Lola the Palm's rise up the chain of command at Shacknews can only be described as meteoric. From her early days as a puppy, Lola has been preparing for a larger role at the company. After years of success as Shacknews Senior VP of Marketing, Lola won the chairpet of the board election at E3 2018. Earlier this year, Lola took the reins as the first canine CEO of Shacknews. She's always there to do it for Shacknews when we need her, and today, she's finally getting her paws dirty with her latest decree.
Okay. Hey there, folks. Our CEO at Shacknews, Lola the Palm, has instructed me to open my briefcase and unveil some of the contents. So here I am, for some reason. And there we go. It's open. Whoa. You know, I'm kind of impressed this thing actually was on the whole time. I haven't been here in a few months. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, the Doom soundtrack, unopened, on CD. I also got it on vinyl, but it can't fit in the briefcase. Oh, Tecmo Super Bowl for NES. Solid game. We got one of my favorites here, F-Zero for SNES on, actually this is the Super Famicom version. Pretty great. What else do we got in here? Trophy for Most Improved Swimmer of 1992. A shout out. CYC up in here. And another video game I got in my briefcase at all times, NCAA Football 14, which is arguably the best 3D football game ever made. Yeah, it's kind of neat. Oh yeah, we got Ask Iwata, the book with stories and interviews from Satoru Iwata. It's great. The back has that famous quote about his business card. Highly recommended. What briefcase would be complete without a map of Hyrule? Shout out to the hero of time over there. You know, I'm a super hardcore gamer, and all of us super hardcore gamers have one controller that we cannot leave the home without, and that's the Stadia controller. So yeah, be jealous. I have the controller that powers the #1 most powerful cloud-based gaming platform in the known universe. And then, of course, you can't really leave anywhere without your toothbrush. I guess this is free publicity for Colgate. And then, you know, like any good businessman, right? I got a series of business papers here, so let's go over what I'm working with in here. We got our dank memes file, ham sandwiches recipe. I'm not really sure what Lola sent me here for. Bean ton, unsolicited offers to buy Shacknews, more unsolicited offers, another unsolicited offer, another unsolicited offer to buy Shacknews, and yet one more unsolicited offer to buy Shacknews. They're trying to buy us for the cheap, folks, and I'm not gonna have that. I may not be CEO anymore, but I am the majority shareholder of the company, and I own all the debt. There's a Operation Mutant City file, Revive F-Zero. Oh my god, we have the secret identity of Captain Business. I never thought this would get out. Shout out to Captain Business, all that hardcore finance news that he's been reporting for Shacknews. There's some personal things in here, right? This is my briefcase. I'm the man with the briefcase on the Shacknews chatty. We got some compromising photos of David Craddock right here. Nothing to see here. Oh, here it is. I think this is probably what Lola was talking about. It's the next Shacknews Direct. And it's been sealed for some time. Let's see what we got in here. Looks like I got a USB thumb drive. Probably got an MP4 on it or something. Maybe a DivX, hard to say. That's it. I think that'll do for this unboxing. Thank you, Lola, for this opportunity. And I'm gonna get this to Greg, because I think there's probably something important on here. And perhaps it holds the key to doing it for Shacknews in 2021. I'm Asif Khan, Shacknews luminary, joined here by our CEO, Lola the Palm, for a very special Shacknews Direct video presentation, where we do plan to announce our first mobile app that has been in development for about a year. But before we get started, I thought I would start with an update. Last year, we introduced Shacknews Cortex, which created a user-generated content platform and added a gamification engine to interacting with our website. We've had 55 Shackers win Shacknews for the day, the week, the month, and even the year. Hi Solstice. It's pretty undeniable that the gamification aspect of the platform has been the most successful part of it. But there have been less successful parts of the Cortex launch in its first year. Some users may ask, why create content for Shacknews for free? Others may say it feels like doing work, having to format an article or embed things or tag things properly. And yeah, it is work, but we really thought that we offered a value to anyone creating content on Shacknews Cortex, because when you post something on there, you can signal boost whatever you're writing with the power of 25 years of domain history and domain authority at shacknews.com. But it admittedly feels like we may have shipped our gamification engine without much fun, and that's going to change today. Before we reveal the first official Shacknews app, I think we should take a look at how we got here. There are several third-party apps made by Shackers to browse the Shacknews chatty forum. There's Android versions of this, there's iOS, there's even desktop versions of these apps. Even though you can run a web browser and view Shacknews chatty on a desktop, there are clients, and they've been in development for years. These apps have been around almost as long as the iPhone, so back to 07, 08. And at the time, it doesn't really feel like there's anything that Shacknews could do from an official standpoint that hasn't already been done by some of our already talented developer users that are in our forum to begin with. Last year, I described the launch of Shacknews Cortex as a front page for Shackers that would be by Shackers as well. And it feels like we may have pigeonholed ourselves a bit too much with some of our recent launches. With Cortex and Reader, neither of them have surpassed Shacknews Chatty when it comes to page views up until this point, life to date for both of those platforms. And I think that part of this has to do with the fact that there's already user-generated content platforms out there where you can post articles like Substack or Medium, and there's already Reader apps out there like Feedly or whatever else you choose to use for your RSS ingestion. Shack Reader really was an eye-opener to me because it is by far the biggest failure that we've had in the last year with these launches, and it signifies something else that I think is kind of troubling. It does not appear that people are reading articles anymore, and that's not everyone. There's some people out there who actually read articles before they share or retweet or like or comment, but there's an alarming amount of people who just react to headlines, or even worse, they see someone whose outrage they trust and they just react based on someone else's reaction. These are all things that have been very off-putting to me and have kind of led us to invest in a completely new experience for Shacknews users that almost ignores a lot of what we've already done. While we're going to continue to focus on our core users over time, Shacknews, I believe, has identified a market that is large enough for us to try to penetrate. This demographic is massive. It's 1,500 times the size of Shacknews.com unique visitors. It is a very large market, and I think that we are bringing a very unique way to appeal to those users. Video games were there for people during the lockdowns of 2020, and Shacknews traffic benefited during that time period. That was also the case for our forum Shacknews Chatty, which actually broke a downtrend in traffic last year. Chatty page views are once again down in 2021, but user-generated content grew year over year when you add Cortex to the Chatty page views. Feels good, man. We've seen how the internet can amplify hate and the spread of misinformation over the past few years, especially during these election cycles. It's amusing to me because we actually leaked the existence of this app on our own Shacknews Cortex Carnage report that Lola posts every day declaring a winner. It was actually on a weekly post. The app tester for iOS won our app for the week. We declared it in the Carnage report. and you could have seen it if you actually clicked the link. But the way that the Shacknews chatty displays an article, there's a link to the article that is the headline, and you can react to it. You know, the Carnage report is not clickbait. It tells you who won in the headline. So a lot of people will just read the headline and then comment. Sometimes people will click on the link to see where they ranked for the day, week, month, or year for their total Shacknews points. But a lot of people just react to the thread. If you click the link on that fateful Sunday, you would have been able to spill all the beans. So you blew it. You know, we've even gamified viewing articles on our site. You actually get points for reading articles, and very few people are actually taking advantage of that. It seems like the people who are reading our articles are not logged into shacknews.com. The people who aren't are logged into shacknews.com. And, you know, some people, you know, may at least acknowledge our accounts and posts, and they will react with the lol buttons. We have lol, inf, you know, all these other reaction buttons. I think that we've kind of contributed to this issue with the implementation of lol even into our own website. You know, another problem that the internet as a whole faces, but definitely social media, is this concept of dunking, or, you know, kind of just being hateful in general. And I think that Shacknews in general is also partially responsible for this. With the implementation of the lol page, the further gamification of articles, we incentivize people to attempt to be funny, and attempts like that where you're being a little rude or whatever, they may fall flat. I think that it's worth noting that Cortex gamification may play a role in that, and it is another reason why, when given the opportunity to invest in development of an app, we went in a different direction. Yeah, I'm lucky enough to have a say in the future of the internet, at least through our corner, our little area on the internet that is Shacknews. You know, we're not the biggest website on earth. We're not the smallest website on earth, and we've been around for a very long time. Today is the day for us to finally try to spread some positivity across the internet. Let's just reveal it. Please take a look at our reveal trailer for the first official Shacknews mobile app.
Shacknews is celebrating our 25th anniversary with its first official Shacknews app. And we're ditching the news. Launching on Android and iOS, powered by Shacknews Cortex. And it's free. Shackpets, the ultimate battle for cuteness. Upload your pet pictures and battle with your friends. Vote every day and you could win. Prove once and for all that your pet is the cutest. Available now on App Store and Google Play.
Introducing Shackpets, our first official Shacknews app. I spent the last few years on dating sites not trying to hook up with anyone, just trying to figure out what makes them so addictive. And I feel like it's not the opportunity to maybe hook up with some random stranger, but the ability to make snap judgments on pictures. And I think I wouldn't call it gameplay, but the interface of dating apps seems to be quite addictive. And we have definitely borrowed from that. I guess the question we asked was, what if we took the core mechanics from a dating app and applied it to something that was way better? And that's Shackpets. Shackpets' core mission is to spread positivity through pet pictures, period, end of story. It'll be the ultimate battle for cuteness. There are no DMs, there are no comment sections, and there's not going to be any selfies. This is an app for pets, not people. You want to post a picture of yourself with a dog, go to Instagram, go to Facebook, go to Flickr. There's plenty of places you can upload images. This app is going to be interesting because of its focus. We are going to make this an app for pets, not for shackers, for their pets. When you're logged into this app, it does not display your Shacknews username, it displays the name of your pet. So in theory, there is an element of anonymity to this. In practice, you know, we are keeping score. We will let you know if you win. We will let everyone know who wins Shacknews for the day, and there is going to be an additional column added to our scoreboard called Shackpets. So you could do some, you know, reductive reasoning to figure out whose pet is who, or you could just be honest and tell everyone, hey, I love my dog Lola, for instance. But yeah, Shackpets is going to be this destination for pet pictures. A lot of the time on social media, I'll follow someone who has an adorable cat or a really cute dog, and I have to watch them post like 10 or 15 things about their job or making dinner or going to the grocery store. I don't really care. I just want to see your pet pictures. So that's why we've created Shackpets. You may hate pet pictures. You may be someone who groans every time you see me tweet a picture of my dog Lola. Shackpets is great for that purpose too, because you don't have to download this app. You can just use Shacknews.com as you already have been. The only way you're going to be affected is in the Shacknews Carnage Report standings that issue every day, week, month, and year. But outside of that, if you for some reason don't like pet pictures, this is a very focused app that will be separate from the website. Because the internet is largely a horrible place, we have to prevent the sharing of offensive content on this app. And we have tweaked an existing artificial intelligence API with a bunch of different things that we did internally through months of testing. And we're calling it Ventura Pet Detection.
Alrighty then.
This is not something we created. This is something that we have altered the existing API to make it an appropriate implementation for our app. This is about detecting pets. This is about making sure there aren't human faces in the photos. And if for some reason you do get past our Ventura Pet Detection, we will have human Shack mods that are moderating content, including bioinformation and names of pets that are going to be actually able to moderate in real time. Enough talking about this app. Let's do a demo.
Okay, everybody, this is Shackpets, and when you launch it, it's going to dump you onto the vote screen. Every day at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, there will be new votes populated that you will trigger by doing a challenge. So you have a challenge screen over here and a vote screen. Those are your two main screens on Shackpets. Over here on the menu, you're going to have an area where you can look at all of your pets and all of your pictures that you have uploaded, results of votes that you've made, and even get to view the Carnage Report on Shacknews.com. See if you won Shack News for the day. So let's get to it, though. We got a vote here between Silo, by tapping on their image, I can see that, and Leia. Both of these doggies are good, but which pet picture is cuter? That is the question here. And I'm going to have to give it to Silo. That look on Silo's face is really something else. So we're going to swipe left there. Now this is a tough one. We got Silo here again, looking pretty doopy. And if you can see those crossed swords on the left of Silo's name, that implies that Silo, or Silo's owner, was the individual to challenge Buffy in this situation. But look at Buffy, so cute. We're gonna give this to Buffy. Oh my god, it's Silo versus Lola. Obviously, I know who I'm voting for here. There's a funny picture of Silo, but Lola's adorable. Ooh, Bimo or Leia. This is an okay photo of Bimo. It's a really cute picture of Leia, though. I think I'm gonna vote for Leia. We got Duper McBoopa. We're gonna vote for her. You know, like I said, this is reaching into what makes Tinder and all these other dating apps successful, which is snap judgments on images. So I'm gonna try to get through a couple of these pretty quick. I believe there's 77 on the platform today, so I'm gonna have to get through this kind of quickly. Like Patches there, Lola. Ooh, Sadie or Bucky. This is a tough one. Sadie's very cute, but look at Bucky. Oh my god, I love Bucky. Gonna vote for Lola all day. Rad versus Sadie. Oh, this is a tough one. This is the problem. Look how cute Sadie is, and look how cute Rad is. I'm gonna vote for Rad. Bimo versus Patches. I think Bimo's got this one. Wait, there's two black cats of this picture. I'm gonna have to vote for it. Silo over Rad, Dupa McBoopa, Bimo. There you go with Patches. I'll vote for Lola, Silo, Dupa McBoopa. Ooh, that's a tough one. You got Buffy here, and you got Silo. Look at that. Silo's got that cute face. I'm gonna vote for Silo. Vote for Lola, vote for Dupa McBoopa, vote for Lola. Lola, who cannot vote for Lola? Silo, Lola. Silo, we got some more loading here. Looks like Silo's gonna take this one, Lola's gonna take this one. Rad. Rad. Sadie? Bucky. Sadie? If you follow the Shacknews staff on Twitter, you may recognize some of these pet pictures, or if you read our evening reading, Bucky all the way. We tend to post pictures of our animals in the last part of our evening reading. Bucky over here, Silo over there. Oh, Bucky. Silo, though. That's a good picture of Silo. We got Patches over here versus Rad. They're both looking so nice and calm and sleepy. It's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Patches. I gotta go with Silo there. Oh my god, look at Silo. That's a funny one. Making big mouth noise. And then we got Dupa McBoopa, Lola, Sadie. Oh, this is tough. And I'm gonna go Silo. Even though this is a blurry picture of Lola, it's still fabulous. Love my dupers. Sadie. Bimo. Lola. I go with Silo, Lola, Sadie, Lola, Silo, Bucky, Lola, Bucky, Buffy. This is a tough one. Two snoots that you'd like to boop right here. But we're gonna go with Lola. Duper, I should say. Silo, Bimo, Lola, Duper, Buffy, Lola, Bucky, Bimo, Sadie, Silo. And that's all of our votes for today. So, as you can see, it says new battles arrive every hour. As I mentioned, that they start at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. You can challenge any image that's on our platform with one image of your own up until 3 a.m., I believe, Eastern. And that would be midnight Pacific. And then that's the cutoff for what will be populated in the vote screen the next day. So we have two options from here. You can view results from right here. It'll take you to that results screen I showed you earlier. This is an upcoming one that I have. These are the ones that are active that you just saw me vote on. These are the ones that only feature my pet, mainly Lola. And then these are my votes. So that's the vote screen. The nice thing about the vote screen is it's a place where you can really just look at pet pictures all day if you want to. You can tap on them and they show all the cuteness. If you want to revisit one, if you saw one, hey, whatever happened to that one pet that I liked that one time, or I challenged that one time. So obviously these are still going on. The further you go, I just voted 77 times, so we're gonna have to scroll a little bit here. This is an infinite scroll because we want to keep you on the app looking at pet pictures instead of doing toxic stuff on the internet. Not to say that you can't multitask. I believe anyone can multitask if they put their mind to it. But yeah, this is definitely gonna be an infinite scroll. Here we go. 3 days ago, you see Sadie won. She gets a little crown over her head. Bimo and Rad tied. We have a little tie. There's an example where Foofer McFooferton won. And you tap on these pictures, it tells you how many times each individual pet has won. So you have Rad. This is our beta period. So Rad has won 755 times. Silo has won 1,065 times. Duper McBooper has won 157 times. I think there's a Lola pick somewhere in here, yeah. Lola, the goat, 1,769 wins. Pretty solid work there by Lola. So let's go back to the home screen. Like I mentioned, there is a vote. There's the vote screen, the results screen, and the challenge screen. The challenge screen is how we populate votes on Shackpets. So let's click create a match. It is as simple as also just tapping this button that says challenge underneath the Shackpets logo. So right now, this is my challenge photo. This is what it's going to look like when we are in that vote screen. So right now, this is, do I want to challenge Rad? Maybe not. Maybe not. Do I want to challenge Bimo? Sure. Maybe this picture of Rad I think I can beat, so I'll challenge that. Because this is a photo that already existed on the platform, there weren't that many challenges available to me. So I can just change the challenge photo by clicking that button, pick a different one, that's the preview, and confirm. So there you go. You're going to be able to upload images directly from the My Pets feed. You just can tap any of these plus buttons. You can take a photo or choose from library, but let's get back to that challenge screen. I do want to challenge this photo of Silo, this photo of Patches, BMO, Rad. A lot of BMO and Rad. Theodore, I want to. Oh, look at Bucky. BMO, gonna challenge that guy. Don't want to challenge that guy. How about this one? BMO, Rad, Silo, Rad. As you can see, this is going to be the place where you discover new images. Every time an image is uploaded to Shackpets, it's going to be populated here on the challenge feed first. And then if you choose to challenge them, or if they challenge one of your existing photos on the platform, it'll show up on the vote screen the next day. That's basically it. We're going to sit here and challenge a couple more before I throw it back to the rest of the presentation. Oh my god, this is a great picture of Sadie. I love it. That's also a good picture of Sadie. As you can see, there is bio information allowed for each of these pets, so you can put a little bit of information in there. You know, right now, this is a platform that we're kind of soft launching. This is going to be launching on both Android and iOS. There's crossplay. You can actually log in on multiple devices and do your thing. We've spent a lot of time making sure that this would be a good experience for both Android and iOS users, but there are admittedly a lot of challenges to mobile app development, and we are prepared to deal with some bugs that appear at launch. That picture of Sadie's pretty solid. Oh my god, look at this one. And that one. Oh, come on. Laser eyes in a box? That's just... I don't know why I challenged that. Brad, self-proclaimed genius. Sadie's a cutie. Right now, these are a lot of our pets on staff. Basically, everyone on Shacknews has a dog or a cat or something, and we all think our pet is cuter than everyone else, so I made an app to determine if your pet picture really is cuter than everyone else's. I think that's about all we need to show you right now. Like I said, you can go into My Pets, you can switch. If you want to set your challenge photo from My Pets, you can, or you can go click this top image on the right and hit that photo button and go back and select a different photo. So I selected beavers now. And now you have a new feed that is populated in the challenge screen of photos that you have yet to decide if you're going to challenge or not. You have one chance to do this per photo. And if I swipe left on this BMO, for instance, I cannot challenge that BMO photo again with this beaver photo. You can upload the image again to get around that, but I wouldn't recommend it. So that's basically how it works. I think it was just a quick look. We didn't really want to spend too much time on this demo. Once you get into your hands, I think you'll see just how addictive this can be, how fun it can be, and how it will be a destination for pet pictures, and also for people who think their pet is cuter than everyone else in the world. Which, come on, look at her. Just look at her. Look at these little foofs. And yeah, I mentioned this during the presentation too, but like a lot of this was born out of my desire just to see pictures of my pet. Like, you know, when you travel, our pets tend to stay home without us. I mean, look at this picture. That's classic. We're gonna add that to the challenge photo. So that's it right now. But yeah, that's it. I think I'll throw it back to me on the couch with Lola.
Shacknews has celebrated our 25th anniversary throughout all of 2021, and it's been a time of reflection for some. In fact, you think about it, I have spent more time with my dog Lola in the last 2 years than I did the rest of her life combined. I was on the road a lot, covering events for Shacknews, and the last year really showed me that I had been away. And when I came up with the idea to create Shackpets, it was because I missed my dog and I just wanted an app dedicated to seeing pictures of her where she could battle for cuteness every day. When you go to shacknews.com, if you're a Mercury subscriber, there is a Lola pop-up that you can trigger by clicking the Lola button. Clearly, I love my dog, and I hope people can take a message from Lola more than me about the ability to bring joy to people just through something as simple as a pet picture. You know, our site's been around for a very long time. There's over 10 million user accounts on the website. Not everyone uses the website. Not many people log in anymore. Not many people actually post anymore, either on Cortex or on Chatty. But there's a lot of lurkers out there, even banned lurkers. And with the launch of Shackpets, there is a separate moderation database that's going to exist from Chatty. So at launch, everyone who has a Shacknews.com account will be able to use Shackpets. We are giving everyone a second chance here. If you're banned, you are welcome to use Shackpets. You have to obviously adhere to our guidelines, but we are giving everyone a second chance. And with the ability to delete and recreate your account, you basically have infinite lives on Shacknews. I have one more thing. As we wrap up our year-long 25th anniversary celebration here at Shacknews, we want to honor members of the video game industry who have made an impact over the last 25 years. This winter, we will announce our inaugural Shacknews Hall of Fame inductees. We're going to honor games, individuals, companies, all sorts of great stuff. So tune in this winter to see who will be honored. There is a stipulation that you have to have been an active member of the community at least 25 years ago to be included. So games that released in 1997 will be eligible next year. 98 will be eligible in 2023. That's how math works. So yeah, tune in to Shacknews.com, Shacknews YouTube, and Shacknews Twitch in December to see who got the greatest honor of all time, being enshrined in the Shacknews Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. And that just about wraps up today's presentation. I want to thank all of the Shackpets beta testers who have been using this app for a very long time. I want to thank the Shacknews staff for doing everything they do on a daily basis to bring our readers content that is appealing and has helped grow the site over many years. The brand is now more visible than ever, being featured in very popular video game trailers, seen on television, all those things. I think we've done a tremendous job as a team building the Shacknews brand. I also want to thank the developers over at Log Cabin for all the hard work they've done to get Shackpets to launch today. We will never be able to explain what we went through this year, but I can tell you that this team of developers has extremely high character and honor, and they deserve praise for what they've done today and all year long. I want to thank everyone who supports us across the internet. You know, Shacknews is not just a website. Shacknews has a YouTube channel. We have a Gamer Hub YouTube channel. We have a Twitch channel. We're active on Twitter. We have a Facebook, Instagram. The people who are using Cortex, thank you. You know, I didn't shout it out earlier. We had a long read, C:/Quake, that was born out of Enkidu's own Cortex series. That's another cool example of just how things have grown out of Cortex. There's one last thing I want to say before I end this. I think that there is a huge opportunity for us all here to make the internet a better place. I hope you'll join me. If you don't, it's your prerogative. But that's it. Here's Shackpets. Let's try to make the internet better.